Good morning. I finally went running. So I went to the side park. It was only 15 minutes, but it was good because I got my heart rate up. And even though the pace was like 17 minutes or whatever, at least I got my 15 minutes in to get my heart going. It's Tuesday. My family left last night after we had dinner. My dad was in a hurry to get home. He's always in a hurry to get home. He wants to make it over before it gets too late. It shouldn't matter because my sister is driving, you know. So anyways, I'm learning, trying to educate myself. I love YouTube. I'm trying to educate myself into canning. What is the USDA rules and regulations to canning? You know, like soups, chili beans, things like that. And recommendation for canning chili beans or soups or any kind of things that have meats in it, or potatoes or beans, is a pressure cooker. So you have to pressure cook the cans. It's like pressure cooked canning is what it is. So I think I'm going to invest in that. That's my processes. I've been watching a lot of things like, if you have a good idea, run with it. And I'm like, okay, you know, I'm going to go ahead and run. Oh, there's some mailer people. I'm going to run with it, man. I'm just going to run with it. Because, like I said, my tortillas have turned out really good. I got to start work here in a little bit, so it's going to be hopefully it's going to be a fast video. I made really good tortillas. I have to go to the res and get some more blue corn flour, because the reservation and the blue corn flour for like mush and stuff is better, so much better than the one you get in regular stores out here. Like City Market has blue corn. I was so excited. I was like, oh yes, I get to have blue corn mush. Nope, it's not the same. It is not the same. So you have to go to the res, particularly Navajo Reservation, like Monument Valley, Gouldings, they sell it. Shiprock, they sell it. And if you're in Utah, Blanding, I don't know about Monticello, Utah, but you know, Blanding, Utah does. And if you ever go to Bluff, Utah, they have some blue corn mush. And in any of these desert food systems out in the res, like convenience stores, we call them desert foods, desert food stores is what we call them, because they always have like all these high calorie, high preservative foods on in these convenience stores. So that's the reason why, like, if you go to the res, there's like these convenience stores. That's why our people are so unhealthy, is because of these damn convenience stores, and everything is so high. So you just can't you can't have healthy foods in one of those stores. And it's so convenient. That's why they call it convenience stores. It's so convenient. Oh, hold on just a minute. So I had to turn off my Bluetooth, so you probably could hear me a lot better now. So, oh, how interesting. J and D. That is my brother's initials. Jackson Dinette Claw. J and D. JD. We call him JD. Anyways, it's on our lock. So I'm back. I have to start work right now, so I'll be get my shit together. I'll just go ahead and unpack I had to take my computer to work. Gosh, yesterday morning. And so I have all my stuff here, like my laptop. Anyways, I'm gonna be having to get this started, put together, because I didn't do it last night, so I was too busy visiting my family. You know, work comes before family. family. It's a family kind of thing. We do family stuff. Family. Oh, look. This is an important thing here. If you are Dene and you need to learn about our stories, where we come from and stuff, you know. So, yeah, I'm talking to you. This is the story here. See? First world and the first world and the black world. It's a very good way to learn about creation, the creation stories, about where we came from, how we were, you know, my aunt, she always used to she got mad at me one time. She didn't get mad at me. She just got after me like a mom does, you know. And I told her about what I learned in college, you know, the history of what, you know, white society tells us, you know, the Western, you know, stories of our historical events and things like that. Well, I was so proud of myself for going to college, and I was so excited to tell my auntie all about it. And then I told her about, guess what I learned, Auntie? And so I told her, oops, hold on just a minute. Let me get this started here. Get this thing warmed up. I'm already warmed up like crazy. I still have my thought processes, I think. Okay. So I was all excited to tell her about what I learned about, you know, where we come from, where we were, you know, coming from, and blah, 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 you know, all that Christopher Columbus bullshit, you know. So anyways, she got upset with me. She's like, that is not where we came from. And then I just had an earful. I was like, okay, I get it. So, anyways, she told me all about it. She's like, that is not where we come from. And so she told me about the creation story. So I was like, okay, well, now I know where we come from. So I'm not going to, you know, I'm not going to say anything else. At that time, I didn't really know because I was still learning my culture and stuff, you know. There's a video that I made, and I didn't ever post it. It was about my grandfather and about medicine men and all this holistic stuff. And the thing that I appreciate most, and I wish that my grandfather was still here to witness me, you know, because my dad, you know, forbade us to be a part of any kind of ceremonial cultural awareness, you know. And I get it. I love my dad. I love my dad. I love my parents. I loved I love my mama when she was, my other phone just fell. I have a Galaxy phone. It's supposed to be for my son. And then his dad said, son, I can get you a new phone for brand new and for free. And it's going to be an Apple, and, you know, the highest Apple phone. So I was like, I guess I'm going to have to pay extra for an extra phone every month. Now I'm trying to figure out how to get around it so that way it can be affordable for me. So anyways, my computer is warming up. So anyway, she was telling me about where we come from. We come from where come from the earth, is what she said. We come from the earth. Whatever you learn, whatever they're teaching you is not true, is what she, and I just kind of looked at her like, Auntie, sorry, I'm cleaning my screen here. Auntie, I don't know. And she's more educated than me. Our elders are more educated than us. They are. They're smarter. They're way smarter. Even though it sounds like you're a city person and you were raised off the reservation and you think you know all sorts of stuff more than they do because they're less educated. No, you're the one who's less educated. They're not. They're smart. And I realized that because I learned a lot in college. And I was like, gosh, you can go to college and learn about our cultural history and our, you know, how to say our clans and stuff. Well, yeah, because they want to preserve it and don't want to lose it. You know, we don't want to lose who we are. And so it's important. it's important to learn who we are and all this and that and the other. Hold on. My computer is not computing very well. Anyways, I don't want to go to my tech. I could go to my tech, but I don't want to. So I'm gonna have to restart this puppy. Restart. It's my bad because I started late with my run, and now I got to pay the consequences of being late and probably miss lunch or whatever. And sometimes I have to make up for what I missed, and I hate that. I really hate it. I hate having to, you know, have to watch my time, have to make sure that I'm present, have to make sure that I'm, you know, on the clock, have to make sure that it's 40 hours a week. It's like, dang. And then I look at these creators and content creators, and they're just like living life, and here I am working my ass off for something that I really don't get credit for anyway. So it's like a job that you come to work, and then if you die tomorrow, they won't miss you. Absolutely, they will not miss you. They would just fill that spot in, and it's true. It's definitely true. They'll fill that spot in immediately. Whoever's in line after this person is gone, whoever is in line for that spot, they're gonna fill it. And they'll remember you, but they won't, you know, they won't say much about you after that. They just, you know, you're just like a, what do you call that? You're just a mist in the wave, you know, in the ocean. You're just a mist in the ocean. It's just like it's there and it's gone. And then you see all this other mists coming, brand new ones that just come in and fill that spot. And it could be prettier. It could be more abundant, more beautiful. But that's kind of how I see, you know, jobs with any job. So, I mean, if you're a business owner, it's yours. It could grow, it could not. But you don't have to worry about anybody taking your place, because, I mean, yeah, you do. Probably if your family members are going to take it, you know, it goes down the line, family line and stuff. But it's just, the older I get, the more I think about what I really want. And I'm in my 50s, and I've been listening to all these ladies who are older than me and know what they're talking about, because they do. Like that one I mentioned earlier in the video, you come up with a thought and then you just run with it. So I've come up with a thought, and I'm trying to start out low, because it doesn't matter how old you are. You can start I could start in my 60s if I want and create something huge. You'd never know, you know? So I'm all about starting something. I did start something last year, but then I gave up on it because I was afraid of, because I have my food handler's permit. Okay. I have it. The only issue with me, with not going forward with this idea and this thing that I have that was just so great and everybody loved it, was my Navajo tacos. You know, I couldn't proceed with it because I was afraid that my kitchen is not, I'm a public health, I have a public health degree. And so everywhere I look, I see destruction in on surfaces. Like if I touch that surface, there's like, you know, I haven't washed it for like days, and it's probably got a generational family members of bacteria on it, just living and just going, woohoo, we have this big huge house here, and it's, you know, it's great. And so that's how I see it. So in my kitchen, if it's not healthy enough, I don't want to harm anybody. And I'm exhausted. Last year I was just so exhausted, just cleaning the walls, cleaning the floors, cleaning everything, making sure that the food is not, you know, harmed in any way. So making sure that when I cook it, the next day it's going to be good. If I, you know, and the fridge is clean and everything is sanitized and everything else, you know. So that was my big deal, and I got exhausted with it. And then of course I have dogs and cats, and there's like hair just flying all over the place. And I'm like, this is not going to work. I only did it twice. And I really had a good, I got a good response to it. My mind is, forgive me if I like stop and can't say what I'm trying to say. I got a good response from it, but it just really bothered me that my home was not good enough. It wasn't clean. You know, I was worried. I didn't want to make food and then have somebody come back and say, I got sick from this and food poisoning and blah, blah, blah. No, I'm not going to do that. So I made a decision and I decided to stop. And my boyfriend was like, he was disappointed, but after I stated my claims and why I stopped, it wasn't fun because I was so worried all the time. It wasn't fun for me. So I'm trying to find out a way that I can, because I told him, because he gave me an outdoor grill where it's a propane grill, and it's got these, it's really cool. It's got these grills on each side, and usually that kind of grill, you can use it to make fry bread on, because you make really good fry bread out in those grills, you know, if it's in a safe area. That way when the oil splashes, it doesn't cause a fire or anything like that. So he gave me that, and I said, oh, this would be so perfect for me to use for like if I decide to do the Navajo tacos or whatever. And I can take this and you know, set up a place where I can make Navajo tacos and stuff. And of course I have a friend that has a food truck too, and they're telling me that you should do a food truck, and I'm like, I don't have a good credit to even purchase a food truck. Do you know what I mean? It's just too expensive. And I don't know, I see all these things where I just want to make it to where I want to start out small. So I figure, why not? Because people love my chili beans. You know, I don't mean to brag about it, but I make the best chili beans. I make the best chili beans. My boyfriend loves my chili beans. That's how, and the first time I met him, he just loved it. He wanted me to, he just thought it was the most really great thing. So anyways, I've thought about it for like many, many years, that I wanted to take this idea and create my own chili bean brand. And the thing is that I can make chili beans really good with shredded chicken, with shredded meat, with even shredded turkey meat. I mean, it's so good. Turkey burgers. I mean, you get the meat and then you just put it in the chili beans. It tastes phenomenal. I can make it, you know, even probably with tofu. I could probably make a vegetarian tofu chili beans and it would be spectacular. So anyways, works with any kind of, you know, substitute meat or meats. I don't know about Spam, but I know fresh meat is good. Chicken, shredded chicken meat, beef, hamburger, you know, things like that. So I had one request. I think it was 2 requests. It was just like no meat, chili beans. So that was a challenge for me because I love meat. I love meat in my chili beans. And for me to have to make it goes against all my principles. Just goes against all of it. I'm sorry, but I just can't even imagine not having life without meat. Like begashi or qizzes and the beh. Oh my gosh. That's a cow, goat, and sheep. And I like chicken too. I love chicken meat. And particularly I like the thighs. I love the thigh meat. Anyways, so that's kind of like my thing. I'm trying to develop some kind of go-to. So my boyfriend he's got a business mind, and he's been trying to figure out something to, you know, because he loves food. He's a foodie kind of guy. So I was telling him about, I don't know what to do as far as my creation for chili beans, you know, because I know a lot of people love it, and I just want to share it with everybody. I love sharing my chili beans with people. And then last night I made some blue corn tortillas And those are so good. I mean, they were so fluffy. And I don't know, I started something that is like, I have an idea for that too, that I want to make it and then share it. And even though it's not fried bread, it's tortillas, and they are so good. They are so good, you know, if you dip it into your soups and stuff. Oh my gosh. You can make even sandwiches. I'm getting so hungry. And you can even slather butter all over the tortillas. So good. My family ate all my tortillas yesterday, so I'm probably gonna have to make some more. But I need to go get some more blue corn. As soon as I get that blue corn, you know, you get a big bag. Like, they have these huge bags on the res. Of course, you have to make the ash for it to make it really good. Oh, so good. Anyways, that's my thought. That's my food for thought. And I've been watching a lot of these ladies on my I've been watching a lot of these creators who encourage business-minded women. So I've gotten older, a little bit wiser. I'm starting to understand the fundamentals of what to do when you get a business. Set aside accounts for taxes and stuff, because taxes is a bitch. So you don't want to be in trouble with that. So I always remember, that was always in my forefront. I got to set aside tax money for, you know, a tax account. Always remember tax accounts, because you always have to pay in, you know, for what you created. And since things are a little tight right now, and they say that American made is going to be better from here on out, and I don't know what everybody thinks about that, but to me, I think that's an opportunity where if something is needed in our country, then by golly, let's go for it. You know, let's get our minds together, let's get it creating, and you know, get it popping, because this is a really great opportunity to try to think of something right now to supply for our country, and only our country, instead of all these preservatives and high calorie stuff. You know, it can be fresh. You know, go to farmer markets this summer, support your local people and stuff, and people on the res, if they're making, like, if they're selling ash for blue corn, you know, buy it. You know, and any kind of herbs and stuff and teas, buy it. You know, and that is the most healthiest things. And you know, even, and if the prices are, you know, whatever, you know, we're gonna make it and stuff. But in the future, it's gonna be so much better to, like, buy whole, and then from what I, you know, gather, it's gonna be, from my understanding, it's gonna be good. So anyways, I think that's really a great idea, to just support our own people in our own country stuff. So anyways, whatever, you can go with that, or you can just call me stupid. I don't care. It's just what my mind thinks. It's a free country. I can think whatever I want. Eat too. I can think whatever I want and say whatever I want. So anyways, have a good day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.